All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
We're set. 19. 54. Mike 54. In your face.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on third down, Watson flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Newton on first down. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Watch out. 20.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Look at it. Watch it. 20. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 52.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And he goes out right around the 39. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
First down, Panthers.
That's it. Ready. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey! Quick. Check.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What's tight? What's tight? Tight is right. I love it. 3 up. No.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Steps away to his left. This one caught by Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 37.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. A first down carry for Davis. Now Davis fumbles it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Collins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Gun. 20.
Davis will try to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
I'm going back to you. Rush in. Rush in. Check 4.
Here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
24. Safety creep.
Watson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, we got a snap.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check safety. Hey, check 24. 24 down, he's coming.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And out of bounds right around the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run. It's Miller. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Mike Spike, Mike Spike,
Second down and goal. Watson escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dylan Mitchell, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. Then the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off play action. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Newton to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
19. 42 to Mike. 29. We taking win time. Check. 29.
Watson looks to throw again. Forced out to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw again, Watson.
He's checking.
Open man is QT, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Watson now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 25.
From the red zone now, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike, 54. Got 24. Come on, QB, come on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Again, it's Watson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
One man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal. And this complete to Mitchell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They fake the give. Newton. Bryant has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Panthers.
Yeah, 180, 50, 80, 50 the money. It's out. Great. It's outside. Gun. Switch.
On first down, it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
20.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Dontari Poe in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, and a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, Watson. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch 54. It's just me and you. And no time now.
Here's Watson. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, it's caught by Bryant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Mike Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
57, 19, 65, 64. Check off. 31. Kill. 53.
From the gun, here's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Now Newton on 1st down. Complete to Bryant. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Newton now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Davis. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You. Hey, 59. Watch out. Hey, 59. Hey, we got time, let's go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set! 19! Come up to the car! Quick! Check! Crunch! At 31! Check! 42! Check! 42's the mark!
A shotgun snap for Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing now, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop down to 1-3.